Now, teachers from across the West Country travelled to London today to take part in a demonstration against the government, saying there is a funding crisis and unless something is done, then children's education will suffer.
Well, our reporter Ashna Harinag is live in our London studio for us. Now, Ashna, you were at the protest, so what was the mood like?
Well, it was a determined...
Well, next tonight, an 85-year-old woman who was pushed to the ground and robbed in Weston-super-Mare in what police are calling a cowardly attack, so she won't let it affect how she lives her life.
Mary Littler was left with a bruised face while on her way home from a pharmacy in Whirl. A man wearing a hood followed her down a footpath before stealing her handbag. Well, she's been speaking to our reporter, Simi Jola Osha. Now, retailers in Bristol's Cabot Circus say they are well placed to cope with the double threat of online and out-of-town competition as the shopping centre celebrates 10 years of business.
Well, visitors' numbers to the city centre stores are on the rise and at near full capacity. The destination books the experience of many high streets across our region. So what's the secret and can it last? Richard Payne reports.
And you are watching ITV News here in the West Country with Victoria and Jonty. Thanks for joining us this Friday evening. There is still plenty more to come before 6:30, including gearing up.
Well, the ITV News continues with the national and international stories at 6:30. Here's Ranveer Singh with the details.
But next on our programme, a father who lost his daughter to a brain tumour has completed a 200-mile cycle in her memory today.
Well, Peter Williams has ridden his daughter Ellie's pink bike all the way from Bristol to Land's End in a week and has raised thousands of pounds for charity. Well, our reporter Max Walsh is live at Land's End. Max, a tremendous achievement, especially for someone who's over 6 foot tall.
Now, the Bath Children's Literature Festival is underway, but do children still read books in today's social media age?
Well, one of the country's most famous child authors is Lauren Child, who writes the Charlie and Lola books, and she is one of the big guests in Bath today. Well, our reporter Ken Goodwin is with her.
And I'm pleased to say that the children are already starting to queue outside the Guildhall here in Bath, where there will be, over the next 10 days and at other locations around the city, the Bath Children's Literature Festival. As you say, some famous authors. I'm pleased to be with one of the most famous of all, Lauren Child. I know you from Charlie and Lola because my daughter absolutely loved them. What is it like for you turning up here and actually meeting your readers?
I always really enjoy that part of it because they're very good at saying what they think, and so not all of it necessarily what you want to hear, but it's jolly good that they're willing to.
Hubert Horatio, yes?
I do.
What's that about?
It's about this tiny boy who's extremely rich, but also extremely clever. And he's got these rather irresponsible parents. So he's the one who has to sort of make life work in their sort of mansion.
And finally, there's some research out which shows that children who engage with reading at an early age suffer less from mental health problems later on. What do you think about that?
I'm not in any way surprised. I think if you have an interior world that you can go to when you're feeling stressed or concerned, or you want to figure out how you feel and relate to the world, then that's a marvellous thing, and books really allow one to do that.
OK, well, Lauren Child, thank you, and have a great evening tonight. As I say, plenty going on here, and the Children's Literature Festival is on for the next 10 days.
Ken, thank you.
Let's turn our attention to sport now, because Forest Green Rovers will be hoping to maintain their unbeaten record tomorrow as they travel to bottom of the table, Macclesfield.
Well, this week they gave supporters the chance to play against them. An unfair match, you might think, but not when it's on the video game FIFA. Our sports reporter Carrie Davis joined them. Carrie mentioned Forest Green make the trip to Macclesfield tomorrow.
Now, Somerset is famous for many things, but at this time of year there is one thing in particular which dominates conversation.
Well, the carnival season is underway in the county, and tomorrow night thousands of people will be lining the streets in Wellington to see the spectacular carts. Sangeeta Lal reports. Great, don't they? Well, it's been a beautiful week with plenty of autumn sunshine around, and Charlie Powell is live in Bath for us this evening. Charlie, tell us why you're surrounded by owls.
OK, Charlie, thanks very much indeed. I had a great joke about an owl, but you wouldn't give a hoot, so there you go. I've got the late news at 10:30 for you tonight.
But for now, we'll hand you back to Ranveer Singh. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.